Hey everybody, Chris here. As I'm on vacation, I'm still keeping tabs on Dogecoin and the crypto markets. We're going to talk about that in this video. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit that little notification bell too. You can be notified when my new videos come out, as well as when I do live streams. Right now, Dogecoin trading just over 9.2 cents. We did have a run up to 10 cents yesterday, and that was resistance. That's the bottom of the big yellow box that I've been tracking for Dogecoin for weeks now. And Dogecoin was unable to sustain a rally up over 10 cents. So 10 is strong resistance, coming back down to this downward sloping support line. What was resistance for a long time has become support right here. And we're also looking at a 200 bar moving average on the short term as Dogecoin is finding support here. Bitcoin is at 69K. Right inside its own yellow box. So Bitcoin holding strong, but there are still some challenges ahead with the geopolitical situation around the world and what's going to happen with the price of oil. Are there going to be some strategic reserves that are opened up to keep oil prices low, or are we going to see a big spike? So we will be watching that as well. What is going on overall? We take a look at our friend Tom Lee said on CNBC Live that Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies will experience a parabolic rise in the next 20 days. Well, it is March 11th, so that is to the end of March, where I'm going to show you Elon Musk is talking about something in April. That's what I'm waiting for, not Tom Lee, because he's wrong again and again and again and again and again. Now we're wondering whether the month of March is going to end up red or green right now. Cryptos are barely in the green for the month right now. And we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. But right now, the whole news is not set up right now to see this so-called parabolic rise. I mean, he said there was going to be one in December. He said January. He said February. So why not March again? He will stay on. And we covered the other day in his video that BitMine has invested $9 billion into Ethereum. And that's the company that Tom Lee runs. And they're $8 billion in a loss on that Ethereum. So that's not good. That is not good. He wants it to go back up so bad, just to save face. But that's what we have. Now we look overall, we look at our friend Gel. 2022, 4 years ago, mid-bear consolidation. That's what happened back in 2022. We had that right around this gray box here. And this is the light white color here was what happened in 2022. After the initial pullback, began the bear market, and then consolidated a bit. Had a couple nice little runs. This is again on the white, and then it fell off the table. Now, we know what happened with that and why that happened back in 2022. This was actually more like the May timeframe because this was the Luna crash. There's always a narrative. There's always something that happens. It doesn't mean there's going to be the equivalent of a Luna crash in 2026, but something. There's always something. And so here we are now, end of 2025 into 2026, bouncing around. And if we follow the fractal from 2022, this could be the result. If the fractal we've been watching for the past 2 months is to keep playing out, it's got to happen soon. Not a prediction of what happens next, just observing the similarities. So that's what we look at, and that's kind of what we would expect in a bear market would be a continuation down lower. However, we have our friend Elon Musk, who on Tuesday said X Money early public access will launch next month. So it is now March. So next month would be April, which would be after Tom Lee says everything goes parabolic. But the thing is, as we've been watching the beta testers, and which is fine, right? X Money looks like it's working a lot like a PayPal or a Venmo, with some other features which are nice, like you can send a check. You can actually send a check through X Money and it will send a physical check to somebody. That's pretty cool. But there's no crypto. There's no digital assets. And eventually when it launches next month, all the news is going to be no crypto, no Dogecoin on X money. And we already know that. And I've been saying that for a year and a half now. I've been reporting on this. And I've said right from the start, you know it's going to be fiat only. It's Visa-based, so it's a Visa-based business with the collaboration with X. So they're actually running it. And of course, there's not going to be crypto. Eventually, if they do go crypto, digital assets, most likely it's going to be a stable coin. Probably not Doge. However, there could always be a little place for Doge, whether it's a tipping or creator payouts or something. That remains to be seen. But yes, the global financial system is not ready for something as big as what X money is going to be. Now, are the banks worried about PayPal and Venmo and those? Maybe a little bit. X money could be so much bigger, though, because of the size of the social media platform that the Twitter X has become. But of course, the first article that comes out is Dogecoin left out, right? Dogecoin left out. And it's like, yep, we know. But yet, Dogecoin, the coin, trades a lot on hype. And just the release of X money out of beta into public, let the public, now if they still call it public beta, but is it really going to be something bigger than that? Elon said public access will launch. The article says public beta. It's in beta now. It launches to the public next month. Now, Elon has never been really good about his schedules and is always late, but this is only 1 month away now. And I think what he's seeing with Captain Kirk, William Shatner, and these beta testers showing that X money is doing really well. I think the engineers have done a really good job from what I've seen on getting this set up and integrated. And of course, I want to see it in my menu right here. I want to see money, and I want to use it and try it out. So that's coming. And so we wait for that. And what do we wait for? We wait for Dogecoin. Now we know Dogecoin can go on these big runs. 75x 2017, 135x in 2021. And we know end of 2024, we had this run up to 48 cents, but that wasn't the big move. It was a nice move. It's profitable if you took profits. Many waited it out, waiting for $1 or more. We know how Dogecoin trades, though. Dogecoin goes on these big runs, and we could see that again. Is it setting up for that? We also are waiting for maybe a deeper dip. A lot of you are looking for a lower price to buy more, and that could be coming as well. So what you're waiting for, let me know in the comments below what you're waiting for. We're all waiting for something with Doge. That's how Dogecoin trades. We know it goes on runs. We know a lot of you swing trade it. But this is the potential of Doge, of going on this kind of run. Final pattern before a massive surge. Very similar to what happened again back in 2024. But the narrative there was Elon Musk and Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency, and that big run that we had after the Trump presidential election. But Doge went on a 3x here. Now, if we go on a 3x from 9 cents, now that's not going to be great, right? That's not going to get us where we want to go, because that would again be not where we want to go. However, Alan has extended his fractal up to 66, 67 cents. 67. That's just one of those numbers, right? That happens. Dogecoin is printing a familiar setup that's historically preceded a massive pump. The same pattern showed up in 2024, watching for a breakout, momentum flip, follow through. So we wait. That's another of the waiting things we have. But at the same time, he posts this. He also posts his Ichimoku Kumo cloud thing. And when he posts this, it's always to the negative. Again, this is Alan's pattern, right? So he posts the other, which is positive, and then he posts this, which is the negative. OMG, Dogecoin just did a whole mood swing on the 4-hour chart. And we saw that. We saw the big run up to 10 cents, which I showed, bottom of my yellow box, and then back down. And Dogecoin has done that again earlier in March, again later in February. So this is this sort of swing trading pattern that Dogecoin is while we are waiting. Now, a lot of these swings we see not only in Dogecoin but Bitcoin. That of course leads to leveraged liquidations. Over the past 24 hours, we have seen over $200 million more of leveraged liquidations, 60% to the long, with Bitcoin at 68 million, ETH at 48 million. And here's Doge right here, $6.5 million of leveraged trades over the past 24 hours on Dogecoin have been liquidated. So that continues. The degen gamblers are going to continue to play the games they play, try and make money off of a big run. Are we ready for a big run yet? That's what we're waiting for. We know Dogecoin does it. This is how Dogecoin trades. Will it go lower than 8 cents? That's what we're going to be waiting to see. A lot of people want to scoop up more Doge in the 7s or even 6s, and some are even guessing lower. But let me know in the comments below, what are you waiting for on Dogecoin? Give the video a like. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.